headed to the top, you can bet that. Episode on my hip hop junkies, if you ask me. I'm your host, Deme D, and this is where we talk music and movie culture from the late 80s to the mid 20s. And this is the last episode of our last segment of our Redman episode. And let me clarify, I got my guest AJ over here. I was talking about AR earlier.
That's all good.
Word up, got my man Stromac.
Can't mess up Stromac.
So right now, we're going to talk about singles, man. What are Redman's best 3 singles, in your opinion?
Tonight's the Night, Pick It Up, and The Goodness. To me, those are my 3. I think it's 3.
Tonight's the Night,
Pick It Up, and The Goodness. Like, to me...
The Goodness featured Busta Rhymes, if y'all wasn't aware.
And I think each one in its own right has... Like, they all are different, but to me, they represented the best out of his singles. Like, Tonight's the Night was something like I've never heard of.
Crazy.
Like, first of all, he starts off, just wild, and then Redman.
Yo, I love when he comes brought it back. I'm walking around the street.
The thing is, the beat is so smooth, and he's talking about, I walk around with my 10-9, and I was like,
that's one of the illest beats ever.
And then Pick It Up, like the beat.
I wanted to go Pick It Up too.
To me, I just doom. It's
like
the
beat.
And Pick It Up, and it just
it's so Redman.
It's so Redman.
If you find a bag of weed on the floor, motherfucker,
what the fuck you gonna do? Pick it up. Like, not only is the beat like it's so like it you bounce to that, but he doesn't change who he is.
He's killing it too.
Yeah, he's killing it. He's staying Redman, and The Goodness, like the hook is perfect Redman.
Wow.
The hook is perfect. Wild the fuck out. Smoke the fuck out.
And then he threw the perfect person right there with him.
If you feel it in your body, shake your stinking ass. That's like he's been saying that phrase for the longest. Like shake your stinking, and it's like the hook is mad to me. The beat. And it's commercial without being commercial because it's Redman.
I think it's perfect.
It's perfect. He didn't change. He didn't make some singy, songy hook or something catchy, but it's not him. Like it's.
It was catchy, but
it was catchy, but it's no Redman.
It's hip hop. I know people hate when people say that. It's hip hop catchy. I know people don't like when you say that.
Like it's hip hop catchy, but it's
still hip hop.
Like wild the fuck out. Like that's Redman's personality. So his personality. So to me, that's why those 3 songs are his best singles. He had other dope singles, but those are the top 3 for me. They're each different in their own right, but at the same time, all 3 are Redman.
They all Redman. What you saying?
My joint is the same. I go with Tonight's the Night and The Goodness, but I just exchanged Pick It Up for Time for Some Action. I'm a 90s head. I was a young kid when that came out. I was 10, and it was one of the hottest shits. I mean, if you think of 1992, you had Juice came out, so you had Uptown Anthem by Naughty Nature, Know the Ledge by Rakim, Tonight's the Night, and the sample that it comes from, How I Could Just Kill a Man, Cypress Hill. Those were some of the hardest joints that was out, and that song was right up there.
Exploded on the scene.
Time for Some Action, man. That joint is still as hard to this day.
That's
not
my
dated.
First introduction.
It don't seem dated to me, even though it's a 90s sample, but it doesn't feel dated to me. It comes just as hard as it did 25 years ago.
I don't get that.
Yeah, so those are it for me. Those are my 3.
I think mine is a little different. I see. I got Can't Wait. That's from There's a Dark Side. That is fucking fire. I Can't Wait. I wanted to choose like a lyrical one, I guess, even though all his shit is lyrical. Whatever, man.
Whatever, man.
That shit was crazy. And I think this is so Redman. I'll be that.
I'll be that.
Redman.
Yeah, that's
and like
crazy.
What you said about The Goodness is just it's commercial, but it's not out of his lane. It's not some singy song pop shit. I love it. The video was dope.
Well, that goes to the original questions. That's another thing that makes him such a unique artist because he stays himself. And through all the different eras, I mean, think about it. He's been through a lot of eras.
At least 3.
When you come in 92, that's a big difference from 97, and that's a big difference from 2000. And then we're talking about after that. And through all that time, he remained saying the same thing, keeping the same image, and it hasn't been dated.
I can't argue with your singles because I fought. I wanted to put Can't Wait.
It's tough. I wanted to put Pick It Up. So that just shows you.
Time for Some Action.
That just shows you that overall Red got some good singles.
But when Time for Some Action came out, I was like, this shit's crazy. But then when he came with Tonight's Tonight, I was like,
so it just shows you Red got some joints.
He got it was hard.
So to me, it's a perfect segue to the next question. Is Redman the best MC out of Jersey?
You want him first?
Hands down. Whoever wants to set it off.
I don't think that's a question.
Not even a question.
I don't think that's a question.
Redman is my favorite MC out of Jersey, but I don't think he's the best.
Who in? I would love to hear who's. Don't tell me Trigger. Get the fuck.
I can't co-sign that. He's hard.
Okay, I can't debate that. I can't debate it.
We had a discussion before with my man Deme in regards to Tretch.
As far as being slept on?
Not only him being slept on. Remember what we talked about? Like Tretch has, like Redman is dope, but he basically has like one lane. Tretch represented like a lot. Like he had positive shit. He would talk positive shit. He talked the hood gutted. Like Redman's my favorite Jersey artist. He's my favorite, but Tretch I think as a whole is the best artist.
But see,
best out of Jersey.
Didn't have this conversation when I was talking about personalities though. Because when you're talking about people that are on the same level lyrically, I mean, even if we'll say they're on the same level lyrically, then it becomes about who do you connect with more. You understand what I'm saying?
Redman has a better personality, Tretch.
Because people say that about Big. They say Big never talked about no deep shit. Pac was talking deep shit, but Big was better. You understand what I'm saying?
He was better lyrically, but Tretch lyrically is not trash. Tretch lyrically
he's not trash, but I don't think
Tretch was more diverse.
I think he was more. Red was never really that diverse.
Yeah, and that's why
I gotta say that.
That's why I picked Tretch. I say Tretch is the best.
Tretch is a better song maker.
He was a better song maker. He was more
diverse.
diverse.
He leaped over Red though.
It depends on who you speak to.
Because Red could bar up. Tretch just is like DMX type of shit. Like
but that's what I'm saying. So if you can say that, then he's clearly the better
artist. For me, he's better. But I can see a lot of people agreeing with him though.
A lot of people would put Redman over Tretch because there was a point where Tretch was rhyming real fast. And niggas would, and a lot of people, they just didn't gravitate to that, so they wouldn't even really listen to what he's saying. But like I said, we had this discussion before where we was talking about how Tretch is underslept, and Tretch
underslept as far as how socially conscious his music is.
So
because that joint with the piano, what's the joint with the piano?
He gave you socially conscious, and Tretch was like the bar, the hook kid.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Tretch was the hook kid, and his singles was insane. And on top of it, he was socially conscious. He did talk about the ghetto, like he put that up there. So Tretch
definitely represented for the have-nots.
So I think as a whole, I think Tretch was the best artist to come out of Jersey. Redman is my favorite. Like I will always pick Redman over Tretch, but I think Tretch is the best.
Not a question, but I definitely would make. I think that needs to be a topic. But let me spin it to the next one. He's flowing more than he's rapping. He's just throwing shit out there half the time.
Later on in his career, when his beats was more diverse and more like it touched with Meth, I think he had to step it up flow-wise because Meth super flow. So you can't just be all lyrical and rhyme with Meth because Meth is lyrical and flow. So he had to.
And he be joking and shit
like,
too.
He throw personality in his music. But speaking of Meth, that's a perfect segue for every third episode we do a little movie portion. And we're gonna jump into the show. The show wasn't a movie. It was more so like a hip hop documentary where they followed a lot of artists around, and it had Redman, it had Wu, it had Warren G, it had a lot of people, and it showed us like some of the backstories of what was going on. At that time, there was no fucking internet, so this was like the holy grail for us right here. Yeah. So I mean, when the show came out, how did it affect you? How did you take to it?
I love the show, man. I mean, like I told you, I was a heavy big fan even back then.
Was on there.
And I'm still so just to see him. I mean, anytime you could see him outside of the videos and see some backstory, I love that. I mean, I love seeing all artists together. I just want you to pause right there.
Do you hear that? Like, that's when we got to see them. We couldn't just look them up and watch them in their element or watch them on Instagram. We really had to appreciate this shit.
For real. And, so it was great. And then another thing about it was great to see all those artists together. You always love to see a bunch of different artists from different towns and different boroughs just be in the same spot. So it was a major impact for a hip-hop fan. It was a major impact for hip-hop, period. And it was dope. It was dope to see, man. That changed things.
And I know, like, they had, like, Crush Groove, and I know Fat Boys had another movie, but this was the first like this, though.
That's what threw me off. When I first seen the show, I was expecting a hip-hop, like, concert, like Crush Groove. Yeah. I was expecting. Yeah. So the show starts off, Russell Simmons is going to jail, and he's talking.
No, Slick. He's going to see Slick.
Russell Simmons going, and he's talking shit about Slick. I don't want to go see this nigga. I don't want. That shit fucked me up from there to the whole movie. Like he's going to, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna see something that is, they're gonna show about mostly like concerts, and it starts off, he's talking shit about Slick Rick, like, I don't understand these fucking niggas. Like, he's really talking negative about him.
Yeah,
so I was
crazy.
like, this shit is crazy. From there, and then watching it, I was like, oh, this is not really about really hip hop music. It's really about the hip hop artists, which I didn't expect. It was about the artists because it was talking about the artists, their experience, what they're going through, who they are. So I go to see the band.
But that's another point to what you were talking about too, because the images is so crafted of artists that, you know what I mean, you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, especially then. Especially then. So like to see them just you know what I'm saying? That was raw. That's what we needed. For real fans. That's
Tell me y'all ain't flip when y'all seen Wu arguing. Niggas like, oh my god, niggas.
Oh shit! You think niggas gonna argue
I thought these niggas was like kumbaya.
And it's not like fuck you, nigga. And it's not even that it's kumbaya. Be like, oh, they talking to meth like that. In your mind, you created like
why'd you say something? He was like, because you always talking and shit.
He said, look at the answers you get.
That was classic, man.
Even now, Warren G, because at the time Warren G had artists. I forgot. I think it was the 5 footers, the 2 chick.
Yeah.
And he talking about money he got to spend. He's like, what? I gotta pay for their hair. I gotta pay. So this shows you. Nigga, like what?
And that was the first time I seen real hate.
Because of a good point. That's a conversation that we need to have. You need to make a segment. Is old heads talking about new music automatically hate, or does it have legitimacy? Does every generation do it, or do we have a real legitimate gripe?
I think before I end it out, because we're gonna have to close it out, but I'm gonna end it out like this on that note, right? It depends on your side of what side of the fence you want. This guy and me, we listen to the shit, so it's not like we just say, oh, that shit is wild. We listen to it and then we going, Right. After we hear it, we have open ears, we objective. Okay. So you're just not making the cut. On that note, thank you for tuning in. Shout out to my guest, man. If you ask me, I'm Deme D. Hip hop all day.